in the initial phase of my life, and I don't have any savings. So even after doing a great amount of work, I used to start my working at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning. I used to go to teach at around 6. From 6 to 10 I used to teach, then 10 to 6 office, then 6 to 9 then I used to teach in the evening also. And after doing a a lot of work, then even after doing that, after 3 years of my life, this professional life, I don't have any savings in my hand.
Hello everyone, welcome back to FinTalks, the show where we break down financial topics into smart and actionable strategies for entrepreneurs and business owners. I am your host Ayush Yadav, and in this episode we are diving into financial habits that every business owner must master. Whether you are running a startup or managing growing a company, remember your control and money can be a success or a failure. So grab your notepad and this can be a game changer. So for explaining all the important insights we have our ever insightful and our most favorite Mr. Rachit Agarwal.
Hi Aish.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm great. You say how?
I am absolutely fine, sir.
Okay, great.
So, sir, I have this question. After uploading two of the episode, we have received so many DMs and mails of the entrepreneurs and the startups. But you have a large number of contacts and connection. What are the response of your connection after seeing the episodes?
See, it has been very great, and people are calling me, and some are texting me. It's like they've been waiting for this type of information from long time, and they've been not getting this type of information from verified sources. And in fact, some of the questions which you have targeted now are very much relatable to them. So they were finding it very difficult to get the answers those questions, which are usually there from the very high or leveraged consultant. So now they are getting the answers, they are getting the pathway where they can build a big empire. They are thinking like a entrepreneur. So that is a mindset which they are thinking about right now. And I believe these episodes will continue to help them in that purpose, particularly to build a great and huge empire which even we cannot dream of. Some are saying that we were not even thinking about those things which you are targeting now. So I think it is a great and very helpful talks which we are having. I believe this will help down so many of the businesses, and it will be my pleasure and your pleasure to be helpful in any way to build these empires.
Definitely, sir. From these episode, I think most of the business owner must have some knowledge about your insights.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
sir, here is one more thing. The viewers, which are means we are focusing on the business owners and the startups. But as you know, the Gen Zs are the most viewers. So the topic we have selected is for business owners and entrepreneurs. So if any influencers or any Gen Zs are thinking for a startup, so what helpful tips you must give?
See, when any of the startups does conceive the idea of any starting any business, now there are so many of the beliefs, disbeliefs in their mind, and they are stuck with so many of the questions while
Mhm.
starting up any of the businesses. So whenever I talk with so many of the startups, when I talk with any of the startups, I must say
Hmm.
they do have so many questions in their mind. And see, as I have already told, so many of the startups person that um, there can be two types of knowledge. One, you have from the verified sources. Another, whatever you are listening from another startups, that this has worked for me, this has not worked for me. That
Correct.
is one of the experiences you take from the
Yeah.
uh, up your seniors. Like it's like a senior in the college, you are
Hmm.
taking the all the guidance from your seniors. So whenever I talk to any of the startup, I only tell one thing: just focus on the basics. That is your business. Stay consistent with your business. Stay legal and stay true. That is the main thing you can do. Stay legal and stay true means comply with all the provisions. And now the question comes, whenever I talk to these startups, what is legal and what needs to be done to be legal. So that is an important question, and I believe we will answer these questions in the coming episodes also, about how should be a startup be controlled. How can be the startup be legal and as well as growing startup, an idea which can grow. So just a simple tip. First, take a list of all the compliances, basic compliances, not the hyper hazard compliances.
Yeah.
There are so many of the checklists. We will also share in the link also that what is the need, or what are the compliances which the startup should know about. Another thing is, keep their financials under control. That is the most important of it. If you're not measuring your finances, see, what startup is targeting, they are targeting the valuation part.
Yeah, correct.
And whenever you are targeting the valuation part, they will just check two things: financial diligence and legal diligence. Financial diligence means whatever you are saying, it is practical, it will be achievable, and it is whatever you have done till now, you have achieved that. So it should be in the numbers. Another thing is legal diligence, that is purely a compliance part, that whatever your company has been incorporated, your company is properly been listed in the ROC, at the MCA portal has been properly shown. All the regulators are seeing your directors properly, your shareholders are properly disclosed. Whatever funding you are taking, whether it's Series A, Series E, whatever it may be, it has been properly been documented. The term sheets, if signed with any of the investor, it should be very clear. So these are the practical things which you should know about, and there are certain forms which you have to file with the ROC. So I always believe, take a proper consultant whenever you are going as a startup. It will not cost much, but it will be a very beneficial for the startups to go up with the consultants, because there will be huge stakes in future. It may be 5,000, 10,000 crores. So if the legal part is not clear, it may be possible that you may lose a great amount of wealth in that.
So, sir, they should start small and stay consistent and see their business grow every day.
Yes, of course. See, most important part is that they don't start even. I have seen so many of the companies, they start their financials well, doing well in the third year, fourth year of their business. So they have not started from the very beginning. They are now thinking now, after 3-4 years, when if the idea hits, now they will go to CA and they will go to consultant that, sir, please maintain our financials. How can they made it? Financials are not the things that which can be made. It is the compilation of the actual transaction made by you. It is not something which is made. It is your transaction which has been reflected in the financial statement. So you have to stay consistent with your financial discipline. You have to make sure that you are continuously monitoring your financials, and at the same time complying with all the provisions of the Companies Act, Income Tax Act, GST Act. These are the major acts which have been attracted. And whenever you are taking the benefit of any of the exemption like ATIAC, you must be ensuring that all the terms are well known to you, all the conditions are very well known to you. There are certain misconceptions about tax rebate and all that. You should be very much aware about the things, whether it is applicable to you or whether it is not applicable to you. And while taking advice, you should be taking a routine advice, so that you know the action points, what has to be taken care in the future.
Okay. So, sir, in today's episode, we have a very few questions to ask. So, should we start?
Yeah, of course.
So, sir, why are good financial habits are more powerful than just setting financial goals?
See, for this question, I would like to answer with one example. It's always with health and finances, I believe, are the more or less same thing.
Yeah.
So when we talk about a good, healthy body, what is more important, goal or habit?
I think first habit, then goal.
Yeah, of course, you should have a goal, but without having a good habit, it cannot be achieved.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a good health, you should have a goal, and it should be persistent habits which will achieve that goal. So if you want to achieve any of the goals in life, any of the goals, you should go with some habits, and that habit, even small habits, like for example, taking a hot water is one of the habits.
Yeah.
Taking a consistent waters for a 3-4 liters a day is a habit. So just like these habits in health, you should have a habits of financial control also, financial achievement also, which will yield the goals. If you don't have the habits drafted well and consistently perceived that habits in your life, then you will not achieve your goals. So I believe habits are always more important, and habits is the implementation part and goal is the result part. So whenever you are targeting any result, you should have a well implemented strategy with that. And if it will not be implemented, the goals will not be there. So habits are the most important thing which everyone should build. Even as I say with a wealth creation part, even if you are targeting a great amount of wealth in terms of goal. For example, you are targeting that I should have 10 crores of fund by the end of 2035. So how will you do that? It cannot be done in a single day. So if you start in a SIP, say monthly SIP of 50,000 in the very beginning, then you consistently increase that SIP from 50,000, 70, 80, 90, 1 lakh. Then you consistently increase that habit, because habit is like it will start with a small amount, then it will keep increasing because you are developed that cult with it. Once you have developed that cult, it will going to happen, it will going to build in. So I believe habits, if properly implemented and properly strategized, then it can yield a great amount of results, and which will be your goals.
Okay, sir. Sir, from your experience, um, in your known business owner or entrepreneurs, have you seen them following any financial routine?
Yeah, of course. See, I always believe whatever you can, whatever you're saying to people, you should adopt it to yourself.
Hmm.
So I will take in my example itself.
Okay.
What I have done, I have started first. I have started very my earlier days. I used to have a small amount of income with me. Usually we start with that only. So what I used to do, there's a system called Patti, if you know, in our system, Patti system, kitty system. So my father started I've been working from last 3 years in the
Hmm.
initial phase of my life, and I don't have any savings. So even after doing a great amount of work, I used to start my working at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning. I used to go to teach at around 6. From 6 to 10 I used to teach, then 10 to 6 office, then 6 to 9 then I used to teach in the evening also. And after doing a great amount, a lot of work, then even after doing that, after 3 years of my life, this professional life, I don't have any savings in my hand. So my father, my papa was like my energy, my all the mentorship. Whatever I am saying right now is just because of that particular person in my life. So he started my savings. How? He said कि मैं आपकी पत्ती डाल रहा हूँ 20,000 रुपये महीने की. So he started this with this small amount, 20,000 रुपये महीना, was like in 2015, yeah, 14 I got married, yeah. In 14 he started 20,000 पत्ती, एंड 20,000 की पत्ती से उनने मेरा पैसा चालू करा जोड़ना. एंड इन द 20th आई थिंक, नहीं ना, 16th मंथ वो पत्ती आई हैव मतलब उठा ली. उसको उठाना कहते किटी, ड्रॉन इन माय नेम.
Yeah.
So I got 4 lakh rupees around. So what he have done, he purchased one plot with that. He was taking my major financial decision at that point of time.
Hmm.
Early in my age, I married in 2014. That 2015, I have purchased one plot. अब उनने ये हैबिट डालना चालू. दिस इज द हैबिट बी ही स्टार्टेड इनकलकेटिंग. छोटा 20,000 रुपए, 4 लाख बना, प्लॉट खरीदा और प्लॉट 10 लाख का हुआ. दिस इज हाउ द वेल्थ इज बीन क्रिएटेड. एंड द सेम हैबिट आई इनकलकेटेड आफ्टर दैट. मुझे समझ में आ गया, नाउ दिस इज द वे टू डेवलप अ ग्रेट अमाउंट ऑफ वेल्थ. दिस इज हाउ. फिर आई देन आई read about all the entrepreneurs, all the wealth pensioners who does have wealth in the all the globe. They have done one thing. One, they have valued their business well, valuation thing. Another thing, they have been consistent in investing, small, even if a small amount, they've been consistent in investing. So what they have done now, what I've started, पहले मैंने monthly SIP start की like Patti.
Hmm.
Then I started it with now I've been running a daily SIP. So I started daily SIP of 500 rupees in the initial part. Then I continuously started it increasing. Now it is like a great handsome SIP which I've been doing daily. So now it has been creating like मेरे अकाउंट से कट भी जाता है और मुझे पता नहीं चलता, क्योंकि आई डू हैव द हैबिट ऑफ इट कि आई बीन यूज्ड टू दिस थिंग कि आई अब मुझे वो पैसा रोटेट करना, कंपाउंडिंग फैक्टर पता है. तो मेरे को पता है कि अगर मेरे अकाउंट में रहेगा तो मैं खर्च करूंगा, और मैं दूसरा मेरे अकाउंट में रहेगा वो पैसा अपने आप सेविंग में जा रहा है, इन्वेस्टमेंट में जा रहा है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली मेरी हैबिट इन्वेस्टमेंट की हो गई. And this investment is getting a bigger. It is getting like anything. Or my target is like that only. I started with 500 rupees and I am targeting a great amount of SIP on a daily basis.
Hmm.
So I started with equity. Then I moved to gold also. Then I moved to real estate also. So I've been balancing it well. So I believe the most difficult part with most people, they don't start. Once you start, even if small, it will create a great amount of wealth.
So your explanation is for general public also, means if someone is working in the private sector or in the government sector, they must invest in something just
Yeah,
for the future preference.
yeah, they must invest, and that should be consistent,
Yeah.
like habits.
Hmm.
You told about the habits now.
Hmm.
It should be like, अगर खाना खाना जरूरी है तो इन्वेस्टमेंट भी जरूरी है.
Yeah.
So it is like, if you are eating food, if you do have hunger for the food, you should have hunger for the investment also on a daily
Hmm.
basis. It cannot be on a single day basis.
So moving on to the next question, sir, what are the top 5 financial habits that every business owner must develop?
See, I believe like I have already told, health and finance.
Hmm.
So I believe 5 habits should be there in each and every person in their life if they want to financially free in their life. One is, they must know what are their income. पहले घड़े में रोज पानी कितना आता है, तभी तो पानी
Hmm.
कंजम्पशन का पता
Hmm.
लगाओगे. You are filling your bucket daily,
Yeah.
and you don't know how much bucket has been filled, and you are thinking about the consumption part of it. So it is like thinking about what that thing which cannot be yours. So first, think about your income part. You should be very much aware about what is your income. Second is about your necessities. You must track your necessities well. Whatever is your necessity, खाना के बिना नहीं होगा, पानी के बिना नहीं होगा, कपड़ों के बिना नहीं होगा, मकान के बिना नहीं. Whatever are the necessities, हर किसी की अलग अलग necessity होती है. It changes. So whatever is your necessity. Third is, whatever is the what is the demand of your family, because you are securing your family. What is the demand of your family right now for the current thing, like बच्चों की school की fees, tuition, all the household expenses and all that.
Hmm.
So family needs. And fourth is, for family needs should be then whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Fourth is your path to financial freedom. Your path to financial freedom, I always talk about, that is retirement. You decide your retirement age. If you think you should retire at the age of 45, it cannot be 60. 60 has been defined by the government for the government employees. You can even retire at 45 if you want. So your retirement planning, I always way, it has been said that businessmen don't retire, but my belief is businessmen should retire at their will whenever they think. After that, whatever they are working, that is for their passion, whatever is there.
Hmm.
So that for retirement planning. And fifth is the ultimate wealth creation. Whatever amount you are targeting, that should be the habit with each and every person. So if you are targeting these 5 things and you're working on these 5 things on a regular basis mean, पहला कि इनकम कितना है, फिर उसके हिसाब से खर्चे डिफाइन करना, वट एवर द हाउस होल्ड एक्सपेंसेस आर देयर. फिर थर्ड इज, उसके हिसाब से जो बचा, भाई आपका इनकम है उसमें से मैंडेटरी नेसेसिटीज वाला खर्चा निकल गया,
हाँ.
फैमिली का नीड निकल गया. चौथा पार्ट बचा, जब कुछ बचा, उस इन्वेस्टमेंट को 2 चीजों पे प्लान करना है, आज के खर्चे, आज का इन्वेस्टमेंट और फ्यूचर इन्वेस्टमेंट. दिस द वेल्थ शुड बी प्लान इन दिस मैनर ओनली. एंड इफ प्लान इन दिस मैनर, दिस हैबिट इफ inculcated in each and every person, I believe they will not be in any financial danger. And apart from this, I'll always say 2 things. One is be insured. Be insured. जैसे आप गाड़ी चलाते हो ना, if you drove a car, a luxury car or whatever car you are driving, you always take an insurance of that, and you are not taking insurance of that person sitting inside that car. What is more important, that car or the life of that person?
The life of the person.
Because if the person is gone, that all the luxury which the family is enjoying is gone. So whenever you are thinking about the financial planning, your term plan should be there with each and every person. Each and every person should be insured, well insured. The insurance should be adequate enough that to cover the needs of the family in future, because you will not be there to serve all the needs. So you should be adequately insured, as well as, this is life insurance what I am talking about, as well as the another part where all the families, I have seen so many of the families in the India is the most affected part, because they don't have such incomes. Whenever the medical emergency is there, you just lose all your wealth. We have seen in COVID also, so many of the lives has gone just because of those lives and health. All the wealth of the families has gone, because whenever a person, a earning person or whatever person is been ill or sick or needs a heavy treatment like 50 lakh 1 crore rupees, all the wealth of the person has been drained in that. So I believe another thing which should be there in terms of, I am talking about personal wealth. Health insurance is always required. So two insurances must be there. If you are having your car insurance, before your car insurance, your financial your life insurance and health insurance must be there. So this is about the personal income. Whatever five habits I have talked about,
Yeah.
it is about the personal income and personal wealth. If you talk about the business five habits, that will be the different five habits. So if you want to know about the five habits of a businessman, about the businesses, that will be a five different habits you want to talk about. I can talk about that also.
Okay, if you are explaining, so continue.
So I believe, this is about the person. I have talked about the judge your income. So whenever I talk about the business part of it, business has been run on a simple basis. You should be in control of your income, and your income should be not now. Your income which cannot be projected is not a business. The receipts, the revenue, if you cannot project your revenue in future also, you don't know your business. So your revenue right now, your projections of the revenue. Second thing, your expenses currently and your expenses in future, expansion wise, after being expensed. So that is called, I in my language, that is budget. Making a budget of your business, financial revenue and expenses part. Third thing is having a control on your cash flow. See, for example, I've been talking to many business people. They have lost all their business in COVID times just because they don't have the liquidity to go around in that particular period, because they don't have the receipts in COVID, but they do have the expenses. So what they have done, just because they don't have the liquidity, they just fired all the employees at that situation. Then once the business has been down, you cannot just restart your business like that only. So cash flow control and creating a reserve for at least a 12 months expenses. If you cannot make 12 months, just make a reserve of at least 6 months. This is creating a reserve of 6 months, having a control on cash flow, continuously monitoring your budget, and then analyzing your actuals with your budget. And after all, last and but the most important of it, just show all your transactions in book. There's no number do number ek. If you will keep thinking about number do number ek na, you will not grow. Everything should be number एक, क्योंकि नंबर एक नहीं होगा ना तो वैल्यूएशन ना होगा. नंबर एक नहीं होगा तो तुम्हारे धंधे में कोई इन्वेस्ट नहीं करेगा. एंड द बिजनेस इज नॉट इन्वेस्टेबल, इट्स नॉट अ गुड हैबिट टू बिल्ड. भाई आपने चीट डे बना लिया हेल्थ के लिए. अब चीट डे आपको एक दिन मिला है, आप डेली चीट करोगे तो आप अपनी बॉडी के साथ चीट कर रहे हो ना.
करेक्ट.
सो बिजनेस के साथ भी ऐसा ही होता है. यू कैन नॉट चीट योर बिजनेस. यू शुड बी ट्रू टू योर बिजनेस. And you should be thinking like it is not my business, I am investing in this business. तो क्या इन्वेस्टर अपनी बुक्स गंदी करेगा? क्या इन्वेस्टर धंधे में नंबर दो नंबर एक करेगा? If नहीं करेगा, then you should not do it. So these are the five habits I believe the every business owner should do on a consistent basis. Once it has been done, you are maintaining with all the compliances. Of course, if you are legal, you are maintaining all the compliances. And whenever you will go with any of the investors with these kind of financials, with these kind of discipline in you, every investor will want to invest in your business, and you get the great amount of valuation. Whatever my friends are getting in the valuation world is just because of that they have been very true to, even a single penny taken out for their personal expenses has been accounted for. So this should be the financial control and discipline in your organization.
Okay, that is a knowledgeable insight. So, coming on the next question, how do routine financial reviews help in preventing business failures?
See, have you seen any of your friend's father, or any of your known who have just collapsed like anything, like heart attack, like anything like the cancer, whatever?
Yeah.
So if they were reviewing the health regularly, whether it may be possible they could have saved their life of their parents. So just like your health review on a consistent basis, financial review is a very important aspect which every business owner should do. Even I believe, don't talk about business owners. Every person should have a financial review with themselves. Why? Because see, two things are very important to live your life. One is health, utmost important. After health, what is required to survive in this world? खाना चाहिए तो पैसा, पानी पीना तो पैसा, जीना तो पैसा, गाड़ी चलानी तो पैसा. तो नेक्स्ट इज फाइनेंस. सो these two should go parallelly, and both, if you're taking care of your health and you're taking a regular review, if not taking, I will just take a regular review of your health also. And if you're taking a review of your health, you should also take a review of your financials. So you should take care that whenever you are talking about your incomes, expense, growth, finance, further your investment strategy, what should be the appropriate amount of investment, what amount of wealth should be there to live your life freely in after, for example, if you believe 50 is the age of retirement, 60 is the age of retirement, whatever you believe your age of retirement should be, then at that point of time, what should be the wealth with you where you can live your life freely without even thinking about it, I have to work. So I believe financial review gives you discipline. Financial review gives you wings to increase that wealth. Financial review gives you the exact amount of expense which can be done from your side. Financial review gives the sanity of your finance, whether you are doing good, great, or not. It may be possible that even after doing a hard work, you are not generating any wealth. You are not saving anything for you. Like I have already told my example. In the first initial 3 years, I've been working like anything. मतलब whenever I used to say गधों की तरह काम करता हूँ मैं, बैंक में क्या बचता है, liabilities. If I've been like, it is like whenever there's an option, I have to, whenever there's um, first day of the salary comes in for me, and I believe I do have the uh, shortage of funds. So I always used to think I'm working like anything, and why I do have financial shortage and cash crunch. So at that point of time, understood that my financial planning is bad. I've been not focusing on my financial, and when I started focusing on my financials, I have to give it 20,000 to my father. So I have to get these amount from my debtors. तो अलिए क्या होता था, मेरा उधारी है, छोड़ते जाओ, काम करते जाओ, उधारी बन रहा है, बनने दो. वंस आई स्टार्टेड दिस ना, तो मैंने क्या किया कि मेरे को समझ में आ गया, मेरा फाइनेंशियल रिव्यू मेरे को हर हफ्ते फाइनेंस को लेके बैठना पड़ेगा और हर हफ्ते मेरे को देखना पड़ेगा मेरा उधारी में पैसा कितना फंसा है. काम तो खूब कर रहे हैं. सो दिस शुड बी द आइडियोलॉजी. इफ यू आर नॉट रिव्यूइंग योर फाइनेंस रेगुलरली, योर हेल्थ विल डिटोरेट, फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ विल certainly deteriorate, and that will add to your wounds by creating the liabilities for you, because you are thinking that, see, सबसे खराब बात क्या होती है ना, ज्यादा काम के साथ, ज्यादा काम ज्यादा लाइबिलिटी भी लेके आता है. क्यों? आज आपके पास 2 ऑर्डर थे तो अकेले ने कर लिए, 5 हुए तो सोचा एक लड़का और लगाते हैं, 50 हुए तो कहते 5 लड़के और लगाते हैं, 500 हो गए तो फिर आपने कहा यार पूरी टीम चाहिए 100 की. अब आज वंस यू डू हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ ऑर्डर्स विथ यू, वंस यू हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ सेल्स विथ यू, दैट लाइबिलिटी इज फिक्स. नाउ 100 लड़कों का सैलरी तो देना है. अब यहाँ लाइबिलिटी इज फिक्स बट ना इनकम आर नॉट कमिंग. बिलिंग हो रहा है, but that is being created, debited in the debtors account, but we are not recognizing or we are not realizing that cash. तो what will happen ना, वो सैनिटी ना होने की वजह से, फाइनेंशियल रिव्यू ना होने की वजह से, वो पैसा तो डूब जाएगा बट यहाँ की लाइबिलिटी नहीं डूबेगी. उनको तो देना पड़ेगा ना 1 तारीख को सैलरी, खर्चे देने पड़ेंगे ना. सो दैट इज व्हाई द फाइनेंशियल रिव्यू इज वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड टू नो वेदर यू आर एक्चुअली अर्निंग और वेदर यू आर लूजिंग, एंड योर कंट्रोल ऑन द कैश पार्ट एंड द फ्यूचर क्रिएशन ऑफ द वेल्थ.
I have a question in this. You have explained earlier that routine checkup is important for health as well as finance. So, sir, in terms of finance, routine checkup मतलब कब किया जाए? Weekly, monthly या daily basis?
See, to start with, I believe अगर आप monthly भी करते हैं शुरुआत में, it is good. धीरे धीरे हमें उसको ये लाना है कि हमें हमारे पास डेली पीएनएल आए. अगर आप डेली पीएनएल, डेली हम लोग, मेरे को याद है माय फादर यूज्ड टू डू वन थिंग वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सॉरी, दैट वाज, उनके पास एक डेली का पर्चा आता था. कोई 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 बहुत बड़ा टेक्निकल थिंग नहीं, एक साइड होता था, हम लोग रोज नामचा कहते थे उसे, डेली का पर्चा. रोज नामचे में वन थिंग इज वेरी क्लियर, वन साइड इज रिसिप्ट, अनदर साइड इज एक्सपेंस. सारा रिसिप्ट, सारा एक्सपेंस, नेट कैश बैलेंस इतना, नेट कैश ओपनिंग इतना था, इतना कैश में सेल हुआ, उतना उधार हुआ, इतना उधारी रिकवरी हुआ. One single pager report is giving all the things which I were required from my business side, and he was very much concerned about one thing, कि मेरी wealth कितनी बढ़ रही है, how much my wealth is increasing on a daily basis. And if you're monitoring your wealth on a daily basis, and if you're targeting your profit on a daily basis, certainly whatever your focus will go, it will grow. Whatever. If you take health as an example, if you focus on your health, it will grow. it will be a good health. If you focus on your profits, it will grow. If you focus on your wealth, it will grow. So whatever you will focus on, it will grow. So if you are daily monitoring your finances and daily reviewing your finances, it will certainly going to grow, and the sanity of it will be on the next level. My father used to create all the accounts, maintain all the accounts by himself. Why?
Because सर उन्हें दूसरे ज़्यादा खुद पे ज़्यादा ट्रस्ट
No, it's not a trust issue. It's the habit.
Habit,
You have talked about the habit part
हाँ.
of it. उनकी habit का एक part था, जैसे खाना खाना जरूरी है ना, ऐसे रोज नामचा बनाना जरूरी है, डेली की एंट्री ट्रांसफर करना जरूरी है. So the person who has been handling all the finances with himself, now the computer is doing it. So it's very easy to do that. But जैसे से easy होता जा रहा है, उसमें फोकस खत्म होता जा रहा है. हम पैसा जहां से कमा रहे हैं उसी को नहीं देख रहे. So if you are targeting your financial review daily, it will be the best thing you can do with yourself. If not daily, try monthly, then move to weekly, and then start daily. So it will create, I believe, धंधा कम करोगे ना तो भी पैसा ज्यादा बनेगा अगर ऐसा कर लोगे. तो ये दैट इज द फैक्ट केस. पीपल यूजली थिंक ज्यादा काम करने से ज्यादा पैसा बनता है. ज्यादा काम करने से ज्यादा पैसा नहीं बनता. ज्यादा काम को आप अगर टर्म्स फाइनेंशियल टर्म्स में ले आते हो, उसको रिव्यू ढंग से कर ले तो कम काम करके भी ज्यादा पैसा बनेगा.
So moving on to the next question, sir. Many entrepreneurs find boring or overwhelming. So how they can make it a natural part of their routine?
See, to make anything natural part of your life, you should adopt to it. For example, if you want a good food, you want a good food, means you want the ultimate result with it. So if you believe that that ultimate result can only be done by this natural habit which if inculcated in your life, then you should be adopting to that habit. So in the same case, if you are thinking about the financial goals to be achieved, you should take it very small step at a time. Like you go to the gym, you start 2.5 kg on a first day. The same way, start one simple financial habit. For example, you can see, you can track your income daily. You start with, I will just ask what is the revenue today, what is the sale today. Make it for at least 6 weeks. 3 weeks, maintain one habit. After 3 weeks, take another habit along with that habit. For example, on the next part, you start monitoring your expenses. Then start monitoring your cash. Then start monitoring your. Take it as a single. Make it in a so bits, like you can digest it well. Whenever you are eating food, you take a small bite of it. So also, whenever you are thinking about the finance, you just take a small bites of finance. Target that bit, then make it a habit for at least 3 weeks, then change, add one more, then 3 weeks. After 6 weeks, whatever habit you have developed now, it will be inculcated in your blood. Then you'll start realizing that it is a good habit to have. So I believe, even if you are not working 3 hours a day, if you are working extra and you are working on your finances for at least half an hour, it will be a more valuable return than that 3 hours. So I believe start small is the most important thing in the financial world also.
Correct.
Like in the health. So if you will start small and you keep on building that, it will be inculcated in your habits, and once inculcated in your habits, it will yield a desired goals. So I believe that is the way to do it. And those terms, those jargons which you don't understand, don't go with those jargons ना. Whatever you understand, like मेरे को समझ में आता पैसा कितना आया कितना गया ये बता दो. तो you ask your accountants like that only ना. आपको समझ में आता कैश का हमें फिलो बस हमें तो बता दो ओपनिंग इतना था, इतना आया, इतना गया, इतना बचा. ऐसी प्रॉफिट इतना सेल हुआ, इतना खर्चा हुआ, इतना प्रॉफिट आया. तो सीधा सीधा समझो ना. वाई शुड वी मेक इट टेक्निकल. नेटवर्थ में कल इतनी पूंजी थी, आज इतनी पूंजी हो गई, मेरे पास 10,000 रुपए से कैपिटल बढ़ गई. सो फोकस ऑन दोस बेसिक आइडियाज. हमेशा बेसिक इज बेस्ट. बेसिक इज बेस्ट बिकॉज यू आर वेरी मच फोकस्ड. लाइक आप इससे ये थोड़ी पूछते हो कि भाई कार्डियो करने से हार्ट का रेट कितना कम होगा, ज्यादा होगा. ये तो नहीं पूछते हो ना कार्डियो वाले से. आप पूछते हो वेट कम किससे होगा, हार्ट का कैसे करना है, उससे वो अपने आप कराता है एक्सरसाइज. आपको अपना हिप्स कम करने हिप्स की कराएगा, आपको अपनी बेली कम करनी है बेली की कराएगा, वो अपने आप कराएगा. यू जस्ट फोकस ऑन टू थिंग्स. वन, मेरा विथ कितना हो गया, साइज 32 का 30 आने लगा, और मेरा वेट कितना हो गया. तो वो जो समझ में आता वो करो ना, जो समझ में नहीं आता उसको क्यों फोकस करना. सो एंड स्टार्ट स्लो एंड सिंपल.
So, sir, how good habits are important for entrepreneurs and business owners?
See, in every sphere of your life, I always talk about six spectrums of your life.
Hmm.
Like one is finance, another is your family, one is your giving back to your society, I believe. Fourth is spiritual, fifth is religion, sixth is like wealth creation. So whenever I talk about every sphere of life, I always say, uh, in each sphere of your life, there are good habits and bad habits. So whenever you want to get your targeted success or targeted goals in each sphere of life, you should define the good habits where these goals can be achieved, and you should have the list of bad habits which will give take away all the results which you are targeting on that sphere. So always, whenever you are going to any sphere of life, good habits is the most important thing in your life to achieve the goal of that particular sphere. So whenever I say ki, if you are talking about the spiritual level, and you are not talking about that you should eat a lighter food, how would you spiritually connect with the god? Because your body is working for another thing. They are asking food, they are not asking the spiritual part of you. Your body will not feel a lighter thing, like not feel lighter. So whenever you're targeting any of the things, yeah, there should be very much focused on the ultimate goal, and whatever habits are taking you to the ultimate goal, it is a good habit to have.
Okay. Can you share a weekly review that every business owner or the startups must attain, whether in terms of cash flow management or the income, anything?
See, I always talk about the most important things which every business owner should focus upon is one is profit,
Hmm.
another is your net worth, whatever you are increasing in your net worth, third is your cash flow, and fourth is compliances. These four things, if you are targeting on a regular basis, every business owner will certainly increase their net worth, certainly increase their wealth, and certainly be a compliant company.
So, sir, coming on the next question, what basic tools do you recommend for tracking finance?
See, there have been many. It depends upon the quantum of yours. And even I believe a simple parcha will work.
Yeah,
So if it is working on a parcha, why to make it a technical one?
correct.
So I believe even if you are tracking your finances on a regular basis on a simple Excel sheet, Google sheet, or whatever it is working for you, the main part is that you should get the crunch of your finances in terms of sales, expenses, and gross profit, net profit. This is what you know. See, sales, expenses, profit, कैश फ्लो में कैश कितना आया कितना गया, नेट कितना आया, नेटवर्थ में कितनी नेटवर्थ थी कितनी हो गई, नेट कितना बढ़ गया. From wherever you are getting this data, it's good to have that particular thing. मेरे में पर्चा भी चलता है, मेरे में फॉर एग्जांपल टेक्निकल मतलब अगर ईआरपी की जरूरत है आपके बिजनेस में, if you are working on ERP, get the data from the ERP. If you are working on Tally, if it is like, get the data from the Tally. If you are working on Busy, get the data from the Busy. So whatever you are working on upon in the accounting software you have been adopting in your business, you can take the data from that. But the data which should be there, I've told you already about that. The data which should be monitored and which should be reviewed on a regular basis are these data. So you can use any technology. That technology is not an important thing in that particular data review. Yes, technology is required for the purpose of data capturing and data analyzing, but it analyzes what do you will analyze? You will analyze the profit, you will analyze the cash, you will analyze the net worth. So this can be done on a single simple piece of paper also.
Coming on the next question, what's your key message to small business owners about habits and discipline?
See, I believe whenever I say anything about anything to my viewers or whatever, whenever I talk to any of the person, always saying whatever you can build in your life is just because of habits and discipline.
Correct.
So I always take my example. Whatever I built in my life is just because I have adopted those habits and discipline in my life, and what I have not achieved till now is just because I have not adopted those habits and discipline to achieve that. So, if you think about anything to be achieved in your life, you should have the focus on that particular thing, and for that focus, it should be very clear what needs to be done, what needs to be done consistently, and it is like you will get that. So habits is and discipline is the most important thing in anyone's life. Anyone's. If you want to build a big business empire and you don't want to work for that, and you're not focusing on those things, then you will not achieve that things. So my personal belief is that whenever you want to create anything, you must think it as a owner of that. I always believe like that, always manifest that you are already in possession of that thing. See, for example, you want a gold ring, yeah, or diamond ring. You always believe that you are wearing that diamond ring, so your manifestation will now start working. Why? Because you are now created that thing, that you're feeling that gold diamond ring with you, and to achieve the diamond ring, now you will plan. Now you'll create the habits, how you should look like after wearing the diamond ring. You will wear a good suits, good dresses, and you will target how I can earn such amount by so that I can get this thing. So whenever you start thinking that I'm already in position with thing, you will start earning like that. You will start believing on you, and you will start creating those habits which can get you to that particular target. So I believe that habits and discipline will automatically come when you start manifesting what you want in your life, and those habits, once done in a disciplined manner, will certainly yield golden results. Life is very simple. We have made it complicated it. So it was not so, it was not so pathetic which we used to see कि दुनिया सब खराब है, दुनिया में सब कुछ खराब हो रहा है, सारी चीजें बेकार होती हैं, हमारे साथ नहीं होता, सबके साथ होता है, अरे वो आदमी की किस्मत अच्छी थी. इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. किस्मत अच्छी नहीं थी, आपने अपना इंट्रोस्पेक्शन नहीं किया. वन थिंग इज माय एल्डर ब्रदर टोल्ड मी, मतलब ही इज बीन वेरी गुड इन रिलीजियस. उनने एक चीज बोली थी, वी ऑल आर द पार्ट्स ऑफ दैट सुप्रीम पावर.
करेक्ट.
सुप्रीम पावर कौन है? दैट गॉड. हम किसी भी नाम से बोले, अल्लाह, भाई, भगवान, या जीसस क्राइस्ट, वॉट एवर इट मे बी. उनकी जब हम सुप्रीम पावर हैं, तो सबके अंदर वो सुप्रीम पावर्स आई हैं. वी आर द अंश ऑफ दैट. तो वी कैन डू एनीथिंग इन लाइफ, एवरीथिंग इन लाइफ, इफ यू बिलीव वी कैन डू इट. Once you start believing that, it will keep working for you. So that is how I have been doing with each and every question. It is not that कि इतना calmly compose देता है. Whatever I am talking about is just general discussion which I have been doing it.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such knowledgeable and interesting tips. And I think it will help most of the entrepreneurs and business owners who are planning for starting their business, or they are working in their business. And your interesting facts are also helpful for the general public also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ayush. It's always been pleasure, and I've been delighted you people started this thing, and I believe you've been doing a great thing with so many of the people. I know people know each and everything, but to keep targeting, keep torching them with your torch of knowledge will help them to target that particular vision which they were thinking about. So I believe this series will help them a lot. And absolutely, you have been a fantastic host, and I believe people are also loving and viewing your podcast. So in the coming future, I believe you will be coming with more of them.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. And that's a wrap up for the today episode of the FinTalks series. A big thank you to Mr. Rachit Agarwal for sharing such powerful and knowledgeable insights. And remember, success isn't just about working hard. It's about building the right financial habits that every business owner and entrepreneur must attain. So if you found value in the today episode, must share the podcast with the fellow entrepreneurs and the business owner, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also follow us on Instagram for such insightful and financial tips. See you soon in the coming series of the FinTalks. Until then, keep building wealth, not just profit.